Y- Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are on this big wide world. Welcome to another setting of Rage Across New York, a living world of darkness venue. Today, one of the Shadow Lords, Dorian, has decided to visit one of the Cubs uh, named Malcolm. He sent him a message earlier asking him where he was, and he was at the inn. So Dawn turns up. He has a big case with him, big bag. One of the things where you normally stick paintings and stuff like that in. He has one of those, and he'll turn up. Probably at not probably at Malcolm's room.
Yeah, Malcolm will be there, sort of waiting round Dorian. He'll have potted around, quickly visited set to see the doves at dawn as he normally does. But yeah, he'll be there. And as sort of Dorian enters sort of the communal area where all the cubs sort of hang out, Malcolm will just give a little wave. Raya, it's good to see you again.
No need to call me Raya. Dawn will do, or Thunderclap.
He'll he'll smile. He'll smile softly a little bit. I think Dorian will do fine, but I have to ask, how did you get that name, Thunderclap?
It was Icarus that gave it to me. We were in a fight. Have you learned of the Black Spiral dances?
Well, I know they're Guru, but they're like the bad Guru, like they're working for the worm.
Yes, they're the Guru that decided to join the worm. It's a tribe,
Why would
and
he'll tilt his head? Why would they do that?
you'd have to ask one of them.
He'll awkwardly sort of scratch the side of his head at that. So
Also,
is it safe to
worm
assume?
is sorry, the worm is winning, so easy way
Malcolm
out,
will
I guess.
Malcolm will give a terse nod at that.
But so yes, we attacked a group of Black Spiral dancers, and I killed one of them in one shot by, well, bringing my hands together where his head once was. There was no more head.
Oh, oh, oh. His eyes widen. His eyes widen a little bit at that. But he'll just nod. Is that why Zelda calls me bloodless sometimes? Makes a face.
I mean, that wasn't during my first change. She calls you bloodless because most of us, when we have our first change, we kill people. Most of the time, it's more than one to a few people.
Malcolm will nod and sigh. Well, I suppose I got lucky then. But I mean, there's
He'll
a
nod.
good chance people are gonna get hurt in the middle of this war.
That's not. There's a good chance. That's just something that will happen.
He'll nod.
You may not like it, but it's a war. Lives will be taken. and they might be the enemy, but you'll have to take their life. Sometimes you'll have to take a life.
Malcolm will frown. Malcolm will frown at that, but he'll nod. He'll nod. Yes, right, Dorian. Yeah, it isn't easy. It shouldn't be easy. Just he'll sort of sigh. Well, I hope we can at least do something good. It's important to keep fighting. Take the little victories when you get them.
We are fighting for a good reason. If we let the worm win, everything will rot. The entire world. Everything will become disease and decay.
Yeah, well, I learned to heal. I learned to heal the other day, so that makes me feel a bit better. Like I have something more to give.
Good. A healer is something that is well needed in our nation.
He'll smile proudly at that. Yeah, all types of healing.
I would have died more than once if it wasn't for the fact that, well, our nation has ways of healing, and if it wasn't for our healers.
He'll nod. That's something I'd like to learn to do, to heal people, not just using Gnosis or using the gift Unicorn gave me. I will use it, but no, making sure that our hearts, our minds, everything is ready to fight the worm. Helping even normal people do small acts of kindness, small things to keep it at bay. That's what I'd like to do. It might be idealistic, but
And you wonder why people think you fit into the Child of Gaia.
his smile. Malcolm nods, and it's quite like when you've mentioned it before, he was a bit like, ooh, but now he seems very proud of that. Malcolm nods. Yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna go. That's where my heart is at the minute.
He'll nod. Good.
She was beautiful, Dorian. Don't know if you've ever met a unicorn spirit, but
I have not.
I can't explain it. She was just, you know when you just encounter someone or something and you just feel like you're at home on a Christmas morning and you're just safe and loved, and it's pure. There's nothing behind it. It's just unconditional.
And he'll smile like there's a signal. He might even have a small. Oh, actually, no, wait, he has that gift now. See that he'll just smile and says, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Wasn't spirit, but I know what you're talking about.
He smiles and gives Dorian a little friendly sort of nudge, and then he would glance down to the case. So what's in the case? Is this like some top secret Shadow Lord mission stuff I shouldn't know about?
No, it's something I want to show you. I mean, if it was some top secret Shadow Lord mission thing, I wouldn't have brought it to you. I wouldn't have brought it here.
He nods at that. That's fair enough. What would you like to show me? I'm ready to see it.
I mean, you're an artist, so a few months back, we were taught how to. Well, it was a few months back. Part of the things we did to make Athens Park be more appealing to the spirits, so that the spirits would come back and the wild would come back. One of the things we did, we had a little fair there, and someone at Kinfolk taught us how to paint. Yeah, didn't paint before. My first, and he said, my second shot. Well, they started telling me what to paint, so. And he'll shrug. I really like being told what to do, so I didn't really try. But by first try, I just painted what I wanted. And he'll smirk, he'll smile. I painted Vesper, but I didn't want to make it too normal. And he'll just take it out and
Yeah, Malcolm beams. Malcolm's very excited about this, and he'll just sort of nod along and be like, "Oh yeah, I think Icarus told me he's been painting too." I'd love to see it, but I get the feeling no one stops you from doing what you want to do.
And he'll smile. No, it's rare. In just a second, I'll be right back. And he'll gonna put it in Wolf BS.
Oh, lovely. Ah. I love out of character. I love looking at stuff. I'm like, yes, give me. Oh wow!
Oh, you see, that was 4 successes with a skill that he didn't have.
Malcolm will look at the line work and he'll sort of look at the picture. And for anyone watching the scene who doesn't have access to the Discord, it's essentially Vesper, so Glam and Gore, out of character, but it's sort of like a watercolor painting. And sort of Vesper, her head is tilted towards the viewer, and it's sort of Malcolm will sort of look at the painting admiringly, and he'll sort of glance softly towards Dorian. Do you mind if I touch it?
No, you can touch it.
He'll very gently, really gently pick up the painting and have a closer look at it. And once he's had a look for a moment, he'll really gently place the painting down and smile at Dorian. You've got some natural talent there, Dorian. It's a good painting. I can feel your love for her. It's a very intimate painting.
He'll smile. Thing is, well, I do want to try and keep going, but well, now I only seen black and white, so
Malcolm will sigh a bit and he'll He'll actually reach out a hand towards Dorian's shoulder if Dorian lets Malcolm touch him.
Yeah, he'll let him.
But Malcolm will snod. I imagine it's intimidating to try and paint again. Since have you tried to paint since that happened?
Not yet. I mean, just looking at this painting makes me wish I could see it like the day I painted it again.
Malcolm will nod at that understandingly. Sometimes the best paintings are about what you feel in the moment, and he'll sort of sigh, and then he'll smile at Dorian. Have you ever heard of photographic realism or Sesshu? He'll ask.
I have not.
Malcolm will give a slight self-deprecating smirk. It's sorry, I'm art kid. But there are lots of artists who have done portraits, landscapes in black and white. There's not black and white, if you think about it. White isn't necessarily the absence of colour. It's all of the colours in the colour wheel blended into one. And black is the absence. And between them, there are so many different shades that you can use. And he'll actually load up some paintings. He'll actually go on his phone really quick. He'll go on his phone and look up some pictures of show Dorian. And so what were you about to say? I cut you off.
No, sorry, it's okay. I was just saying, just a sec. My mum knocked at the door. It's better now. It's cool now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put these pictures. In Werewolf BS as well. Yeah, Malcolm will show you some examples he's found on his phone of black and white pictures. And he'll sort of tilt his head to look at what Dorian's reaction to them is.
I'll smile at them.
Is Malcolm okay to pioneer that?
Yeah, sure. Just check something.
Yeah, not great. Just one success.
He's not hiding it, so but if he's smiling at them, especially the second one, he smiles at that one.
What do you think of them?
They're really cool. Especially, I mean, I like that second one. It's a face, but it almost looks like it's made of other things, but you're not too sure what.
It's a little abstract, isn't it? It's almost like smoke. How does the painting make you feel?
Well, it's weird for a Korean to say that, but it kind of calms me.
He'll nod. And what about the picture do you find calming?
I don't know, the way it's smoke. but it's also, well, as I was saying, a face.
Malcolm will smile affectionately at that. I agree with you. I think the painting, I think the perspective it's drawn from, the face looking away, there's something ethereal about it. There's something tender, something soft, and you don't need the color because you can see the different shades, the black, the white, the greys in between.
Your smile. Thank you for that.
Malcolm will nod. It's my job, but when you painted the first painting, what did you feel? What was your inspiration? We might say.
I mean, Vesper was my imagination, obviously, but what I was thinking was, I was just thinking back of, well, the time we met, but also the time we spent together, what she means to me, how many people think it's strange that we're together, me being a Shadow Lord and her being a child of Gaia Kingfolk. But she's what I need as a, not only a guru, but as a Shadow Lord. There are many things that I have to do for the nation that are horrible. I don't like doing them, but I don't mind doing them if it means winning the war. But she's here to remind me. Who, who are you? Just, yeah, just a sec. Where was I?
He was talking about being a Shadow Lord, the things he has to do,
Okay.
but Vesper's sort of the light, really.
Yeah, because but she's always here to remind me that despite all the things, I'm fighting for a better world. I'm not fighting just because I can fight and just because I'm good at it. And those horrible things I do, they're for a good reason in the end.
Malcolm will nod at that, and he'll say, it's important. Other people may not understand, but we're not just half spirit or half wolf. We're half human too. And those ties to the people around us, they're, like you said, they're important to remind us what we're fighting for. I couldn't, what you and Zelda do, I could never do, but I understand why you feel that that's the necessary action to take, and he'll look away a moment and steady himself, but he'll give a soft smile. I admire you, Dorian. I think you should hold on to that.
Thank you.
He'll smile. No, I've never had a girlfriend or a boyfriend, but I imagine it helps. Tell me, what was it like the first time you two met?
I mean, Aislinn was the one to introduce us. I had gone out with Mabel,
Mhm.
Icarus is the one Icarus is with now, and well, she's cool and all, but sometimes people aren't they're just not what you look for in a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Malcolm will
Make a
nod.
good
He doesn't really know what you're on about, but he'll nod.
make a good friend, just not a good partner.
Not right for you.
So, and he'll nod. So I thought about it and realized maybe a Child of Gaia girlfriend was what I needed. And I told Aislinn that, and I don't know, it's like maybe she knew, but on the spot, she just called Vesper and told her there was someone she wanted to introduce her to. And, well, guess luck wanted it to happen. Vesper didn't have anything to do, and she came over. And we met.
And what was your first date like? How did it make you feel?
It was strange, but I don't know, it felt like after a long time I had finally gotten one night away from any Gavru problems, anything to do with the nation. Even with Mabel, I don't know, I couldn't get my heads out of the issues that we had, out of our problems. But when I was with her, with Vesper, it's like those problems weren't there anymore, and I could just focus on us, on the moment, on that night.
Malcolm smiles really softly, and he'll nod. And you still feel that way now.
I think, I mean, that feeling has only become stronger now.
Malcolm will nod, and he'll indicate to one of the couches and just say, "Dwayne, you can sit down if you like, by the way." And he sort of thinks for a moment and asks, Would you like some advice about the painting?"
He'll sit and say, yeah, sure. I mean, you're a professional, so I'll take your advice.
He'll grin a little cheekily. Well, since you've been looking after me, I won't charge this time. But if the Dorian who painted that picture was in love with his girlfriend, he wanted to paint a picture to show not to objectify her, not to make her more than she is, but to show how he felt. Would you agree with that?
He'll nod. Yeah.
That when you got your scar, Dorian, it may have taken away your ability to perceive some colour, but it hasn't taken away what's in your heart. It hasn't taken your love for her. I believe that. He'll sort of glance away. This will sound really, really, really peace and love, Chadagaya stuff, but I don't think you need colour to paint. If what's in your heart is the same or stronger, you can still paint. It may not be using the full colour spectrum. It may not be perfect, but if you manage to communicate how you feel, if it makes you feel connected to her, would that be enough?
He'll nod.
Malcolm will again. He has his hand on Dorian's shoulder, and he's really soft, and just he'll just smile. Then I think that's your answer. I'd like to help you. I'm already helping Icarus with painting, but if you'd like to paint together, if you'd like me to teach you the little that I know, I'm happy to do that.
He'll nod. Yeah, that would be cool.
Malcolm will grin, and he'll sort of stretch his head and say, "Well, I'm kind of free now. If you want to do some painting now, or is this the kind of thing you plan out?"
No, we can try now.
Just give me a second. I'll get my art stuff. Malcolm will quickly run up. He'll sprint upstairs and he'll come straight back down. And he's got a big file, like the sort of art files that art students have.
Yes.
Here's one of those, and it's huge. Here's one of those, and he has some paper, and he has some paint as well. He's got black paint and white paint, and he's also got some water as well. And he'll give Dorian a piece of paper and himself a piece of paper. I'm glad we can do this together.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
He'll smile and he'll say, if you need any help, just let me know. I'm just gonna draw and paint some things and see what happens. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be all of the colours in the spectrum. Just what feels right in the moment. He'll smile, almost like what you do. If you're in battle, you can't hesitate to throw a punch. You've just got to go with it.
Let me make sure.
Yeah. And Malcolm will sort of sketch out he'll sort of sketch out the shape of a wolf with his pencils. It's not in too much detail, but he's making sure sort of the underlying frame is there and the proportions there. And he'll just smile at Dorian and see how he's getting on.
I'm checking. I thought I had Boardcraft paintings, but maybe I didn't. So I'm just making sure if I did buy it or if it's just not reading there.
It's all good. If you want to roll, feel free. You might have more dice than Malcolm, to be honest. Yeah. But yeah, sort of looking at Dorian, sort of Malcolm would be looking to see has what he said, as far as he can tell, helped Dorian.
Just like this. Maybe I didn't put it. Maybe I forgot to. I'll have to buy it up next time. I'm just making sure.
It's all good.
I never brought it up. Okay, so he just had the 4 dice for his.
That's only one less than Malcolm. I need to buy deck stuff. It's fine.
And this. Wait.
Ooh, my dice roller doesn't like me today. Since you're doing it at night as well.
So this.
I might have to go to my phone. Discord doesn't like me today.
So just that +1 diff. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Nope, Dawn doesn't do well.
That's okay. So Malcolm gets 3 successes. So what you see, I'll put it in Werewolf BS. This is what I'll put it in at the end of a chat. But you see Malcolm on his ink painting, he manages to paint like a shadowy sort of wolf picture. It looks very much like Malcolm. You've seen Malcolm in lupus form. He's got sort of dappled fur. You see him sort of howling, and there's a picture of sort of a horse like being in the background, and there's sort of a moon and starlight. But he'll sort of look to see how Dorian's doing, and he'll just sort of give a gentle smile. How's it going?
It's about Thursday. He probably put too much paint and it went through the paper. I think I screwed up.
Yeah. Malcolm will just gently lay a hand on Dorian's. Well, remember what you and Trace told me? It's okay to make mistakes and learn something. So let's try a new sheet. And he'll get a new sheet of paper out. Did you want to draw Vesper again, or were you trying something different?
I was trying something different.
You smell.
Just try again.
Yeah, Malcolm will help try and guide him with the lines and stuff.
And it's a bit better.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually roll for Malcolm and see if Malcolm can help at all. No, this isn't normally too much worlds do, but 4 successes on Malcolm's. So yeah. So
oh yeah, it was specialty.
Yeah. So whatever Dorian wants to do, Malcolm will gently sort of he won't tell Dorian what to do, but he'll, if he needs his hand steadied, Malcolm will be there. If he wants to do a certain line or try a texture, Malcolm might say, "Why don't you try it like this?" It creates that sort of texture. It's a little trick I picked up,
Yeah, and I think he'll make this after a while with help. With help.
Malcolm, seeing the final product, Malcolm will smile, and he'll sit back and look at the painting. Not bad, Dorian. Not bad at all. What do you think?
I like it. It's got the feeling that I wanted to bring to it.
And what feeling is that? I think there's something mysterious about it.
It's what the scar brought to me. I still see, but it's just not the same anymore. It changed me, but I'm still here in Hellsmile. I'm still standing here, and I'm still fighting, but it changed me. This is what I want this to represent.
He'll nod and say, I imagine it's difficult seeing the world in a different way. It's especially when you feel like you've lost something.
It's strange, yeah.
How are you holding up with it? I know you can handle yourself, Raya, but when I look at this painting,
I mean, it took away something from me, but it's a scar, and living in the nation, I've learned that a scar, whether it be physical or mental or emotional, it might hurt, but it's a proof of strength. It means that you were stronger than whatever happened to you.
Malcolm will nod. You nod. You were very brave, Raya, and a scar doesn't have to define who you are. You've said you've beaten it, you're stronger than it, and scars, as things change and people change, I think you won't be the same, but you'll be different, and that's okay. And it's okay to be confused or to feel if you feel ways about it, that's okay. That's part of what we do, I suppose. That's probably a cub wisdom, but it doesn't have to limit you from doing what you want to do. I don't think anything could stop you from doing that.
He'll nod. I've always been a little bit stubborn.
Malcolm will nod. Stubbornness is good, can be good, especially for your hospice. He'll sort of smile a little bit. You have to be strong when it counts. I don't think that's a job I could do myself.
No, but what you do is different. We still need you. Nation still needs you.
He'll smile, and he'll give sort of a genuine expression on his face. No, I have something to give, and you have something to give, but am I okay to speak freely?
Sure.
Dorian, he'll sort of sigh. I don't think I'll ever be able to fully understand what you're going through or do, but I can give my time. If you ever need to talk anything out, I'm here. And it isn't being stubborn, letting yourself experience everything you're feeling. It's fine. As long as it doesn't affect you doing your job. Sometimes you need to, you need to go through the dark to find the light.
Or not. I mean, that's what Charlotte is about. Even if you're not for you summarize it pretty well. We may do things that, well, the rest of the nation doesn't like and doesn't look kindly to, but in the end, it's for the same reason that you're all fighting. So that Gaia can win this war.
Malcolm will nod. And the tribe I want to join fights in a different way. He sort of smiles. I want to be there for you. If you'll let me. If you're okay with that. None of us are fighting this alone. Malcolm will grin.
I mean, that's why we have. That's why we have septs. That's why we have packs. We fight together.
We do. And I think sometimes we focus too much on what's different than what's the same. And it's not just that we're fighting this war together. It's at the July the 4th celebrations, the summoning of Castor and Polyps. Everyone was there together. Not just because it was for the good of the sept. People wanted to support one another. And that wasn't a sign of weakness. That was a strength.
I mean, I was there for July the 5th to pick stuff up. But, it'd be too much
some time away.
I mean, I've never been a crowd person. Not when it's like that.
Malcolm will nod. Me neither. I went to see Icarus, but I kind of fell asleep halfway through the whole thing. The Bonos had to carry me home. He blushes a bit.
Thank you. Okay, I'll get up. I need to go, but I'll keep practicing.
He'll just nod. Just can't believe this is probably not the right thing to say to a Shadow Lord, but please don't be too harsh on yourself. You're doing just fine. You'll learn to paint again, and it'll be different, but the same feelings will be there.
I'll nod.
I have faith. And Malcolm will smile. And is there anything Dorian wants to say before he goes? I'm assuming he's going.
Yeah, no, he'll just nod and go. Join star.
Maldrum just went, take care, Dorian. I'll catch up with you later.
He'll nod. Thank you.
It's no need to thank me. It's my job.
And with that, I think we can end it in there. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching, and we'll see you on another episode of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. Thank you.